welcome to Adobe Live. And if you've never been to Draw This in Your Style, welcome to Draw This in Your Style. Thank you so much for joining us. Hello, Sarah Tech, Bruce. Hello, Z. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining us, everyone in chat. Sam, I know you're in here. Sam is our moderator for this segment as well. Thank you all so much. It is a pleasure to have you here. If you guys have never watched Draw This in Your Style or never even heard of it, basically it is when an artist will create an illustration and post it online, and they will invite everyone and anyone to recreate that same illustration in their own artistic style. And we do that with a little bit of a twist on this show. So today we are joined by the wonderful Kathryn Selbert. How you doing, Kathryn?
Hi, everyone. I'm well.
Kathryn actually chose the theme before the stream, and that is Winter Wonderland. And so we actually both created an illustration before the stream, and now we're swapping them on stream and recreating each other's in our own artistic style. And also we'll be showing off those in just a minute, but beforehand, I will be handing it over to Kathryn so we can learn a little bit about her and what kind of work she does.
Thank you, Cody. I'm an illustrator for children's books and licensed products. Puzzles, greeting cards, all sorts of things. And live in New Jersey with my boyfriend, my French bulldog. I've been working as a freelance illustrator for about 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And you've done books and children's books as well, huh?
Yeah, if you go, you don't have to do this now. If you go on my website, I recently was able to put up all my books from the last 2 years. There should be click-through links to all of them. So you can see lots of little baby animals, lots of squishy things. That's usually what I end up drawing.
Wow, that's so amazing. You have such a huge portfolio of books. That's amazing. I've actually wanted to buy this Flora book for quite a while. It's been on my wish list for a long time.
That's my favorite. Yeah.
It's really pretty. It's a pop-up book, you guys. If you want to check it out, I highly recommend it. It's really beautiful.
We're working on the winter one right now.
Ooh, nice.
So quite in theme.
Yeah, so if you guys want to check out more of Kathryn's work, you can follow her Instagram, check out her portfolio website, and she also has an Etsy for custom work if you guys are interested in that as well. But we can go ahead and pop on over to Photoshop now if you guys want to see what our work is that we're working on here. So this piece that is right above me is the one that Kathryn drew that I am going to be recreating. And this one is the one that I drew that Kathryn is recreating. So me and Kathryn, I would say in a way, we kind of have similar styles because we kind of, children's book-ish style. We both draw cute animal characters. However, I think that our styles and our workflows are a little bit different in the sense that Kathryn actually told me that she doesn't actually always sketch her work before she starts. And I was wondering if you were going to sketch this one.
I am.
You got to have all those little details when you do the Draw This in Your Style one, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'll usually end up sketching for children's books in particular because you have to go through a review process with your art director. But for Instagram pieces, challenge pieces, I don't usually sketch before. Mm-hmm. So it adds so much time. So I'll usually do like shape-based color blocks and then add detail on top. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, that's so great. I'm really curious to see your workflow because I don't think I've ever actually seen a process video or anything and how you work. So I'm really interested to see how this is all gonna
I don't work in Procreate. I feel like everyone's that I've seen have been in Procreate and I'm always so jealous.
Yeah, I bounce between mostly Photoshop and Fresco. Have you ever used Fresco before?
I haven't, not yet.
Yeah, Adobe Fresco is kind of similar to Procreate. It's on the iPad, but it's really great if you mainly work in Photoshop, which I do, because you can work in Fresco on the iPad and then it just automatically saves to the cloud. So when you open it up on Photoshop, it's automatically there, which is really awesome. Convenient because I like to sketch on my iPad and then finish it on Photoshop. So
I just don't want to look down for 8 hours. That's the only thing. Like I have to look forward.
Yeah.
It adds up over the years.
Do you use a Cintiq when you work, or do you use an Intuos?
I just have, so I have a Wacom tablet. I think it's an older Intuos, like a medium. And yeah, I've had this one. I'm sorry, I zoomed out. Like I've had this for 7 or 8 years. I keep repurchasing the same model. I don't want a larger one. I don't want a Cintiq.
Yeah.
So I'm a baby when it comes to Wacom tablets. I don't want to learn anything new.
No, seriously, I'm the same way. I've been using a Wacom Intuos Medium for the entire time that I've been a digital illustrator. Yeah.
The superior tablet. So glad.
Who's an Intuos fan in chat? Raise your hand. Yeah, I've been using, I think this is like my 3rd or 4th one over the course of 10 years that I've been doing digital art. Yeah, they've
really improved the cables since I originally started using them. Yeah, they used to break all the time. I'd have to get a couple of years.
Exactly.
But now,
yeah,
such a pleasure.
Hey,
have you ever tried?
Sorry, go ahead.
Hi. Have you ever tried a Cintiq?
I have, and to be honest, I think I draw better with the Intuos. It might just simply be because that I'm used to it. But I don't know what it was. I felt like there was, at least with the model that I tried, I felt like there was a little bit of parallax with the disconnection with the glass and the where your pen is. And it kind of, I don't know, there was a little bit of a disconnect there for me, but I also felt that way. I kind of had to learn to like drawing on the iPad too when I first got mine, just because I wasn't used to it, but now I really like it.
I remember us talking about that on Instagram last year. We got them around the same time and we were both hating it. Like, how do we do this? This is so terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't quite gotten used to the pen is very thin. So I have a little foam thing on it like I do for my Wacom tablet. And I can never find one for the Apple Pencil that's thick enough. So if anyone has any suggestions, please DM me.
Yeah. I had to start or get a little silicone cover at least for mine. It still definitely doesn't make it as thick as the Wacom pen, but it definitely helped with the slickness of it. It's difficult for me to hold the Apple Pencil sometimes just because it's really slick and thin.
Yeah, I have the same problem.
Yeah. And then also I got like a little drawing glove for it to help with palm rejection too, which helped a lot as well because my hand kept sticking on the glass too.
I haven't tried that. I know I need to get one of those paper white covers for my iPad and just see how that feels at some point. Right now I'm only using it for line work if I'm doing a coloring book. But that's only every month or so that I end up having to do pages. I see your canvas spinning in the background.
I rotate a lot.
I zoom out a lot, so it's fair.
Welcome in, everyone. It's so good to see you. Bliss, Biola, thank you so much, everyone. Welcome. If you guys have any questions for Kathryn throughout the stream as well, feel free to ask in the chat and I will do my best to relay them to her. Harry, welcome. Bliss says that darn thing, meaning the Apple Pencil, falls right out of my hand. Yeah, it does to me too sometimes. Hi, Rin, welcome. Did I say hi to Shauna yet? Hi, Shauna, welcome. Hello. If I did, if I already said hi to Shauna, that's 2 highs for you. You're welcome.
Is that Shauna Parmesan?
Yes, Shauna Parmesana. Yes.
Hey, good to see you.
Shauna has segments on Adobe Live every once in a while as well.
It's exciting. I see you've got your bear sketched out. That's very tiny on my screen. He looks very cute.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, bears are my go-to. Funny enough, it has kind of nothing to do with my name. It's just kind of a coincidence that my nickname is Codi Bear, but I draw a lot of bear characters, and they're kind
Oh,
of
I
just
know.
like
I added one for you.
kind of just like that animal or that character that I can quickly just sketch the fastest. So it's just, I guess, just because I've drawn it the most, so I sketch it the fastest just because I have the most experience with it.
Their very round heads make them easy to draw for me for some reason. Yeah, just like head and a little triangle snout real quick.
Yeah. Oh, also, I realized that I didn't even tell you guys, if you would like to participate in this Draw This in Your Style, feel free to do so. We would love to see your entries. And also, we actually have like a handful of entries that we're going to show off at the end of this stream already. Like they're just like pouring in. Like I was shocked at how fast they're coming in. Like everyone is so fast at finishing their artwork, way faster than I am. I'll tell you that. But yeah, we'll be showing off those entries toward the end of the stream, like the last 5 or so minutes. But yeah, if you guys would like to recreate either mine or Kathryn's work, feel free to do so and post it online with the hashtag Adobe Live DTIYS. We'll most likely see it on Instagram. And you can also post it on the Photoshop Discord under the Draw This in Your Style channel as well.
They're so good. I was looking at them all day.
Yeah, they're super, super cute.
Yeah, so thank you to everyone that was submitting them. It made my day. It was so cute.
And this is Kathryn's first Draw This in Your Style. Woo!
Yay! Yeah, I've been following it for a while, but it's always hard with client work to make the time because you can't use it for licensing. You can't add it to your portfolio. So it's like, oh no, I want to play too, but the time.
Oh, your mouse character looks so cute.
He's in there. He's having fun. Yours looks a lot happier than mine, I have to say. Mine is tired after a long day of sledding.
He's like, home. I'm done sledding. Can we go inside now? I'm good.
So cold. I'm not gonna draw all the snow. I'm just gonna leave that for tomorrow. I sometimes reuse snow that I've drawn in the past.
Oh yeah?
I'll just grab it. Yeah, because I've been drawing so much falling snow lately. I'll just grab it from another image so I don't have to be stippling for half an hour to add it again.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. I actually, for the snow that I do a lot of the time, this, even in this Draw This in Your Style that I did, it's, I use one of Kyle Webster's speckle brushes. Let me see if I can grab it.
Is it Stars? That's my favorite one.
No, let me see. I think it's called Organic. I think it's Organic Noise. Yeah, it's one of the Organic Noise ones.
I use
and then I just use the brush dynamics and settings and space it out and kind of almost use it as a big stamp. And it works really well as snow because it's kind of got like those little blobby shapes.
I always love the way it looks, but I love to get it in particular areas so I'm not cleaning it up from characters' eyes or their clothing.
Yeah, I do have to do that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Viola in chat said, as someone who lives in NYC, I find it hard to draw mice. Ew. They're so cute in illustrations though.
It's totally fair. You won't see me drawing any rats, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's the one thing I don't miss about living in New York.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm sure they're huge.
I mostly just saw rats. I never saw mice. We didn't have a building that had a lot of mice in it, very luckily.
Do you ever have to use smoothing when you're doing your work? I have a kind of like a jittery hand sometimes, like right now. I don't know why my hand just goes jittery sometimes. So I have to turn on smoothing quite a bit to like get some.
I don't even know what that is.
Really? Oh my gosh. Okay.
Please tell me your ways.
Okay, you guys, if you've never used smoothing before, here's a little tip. When you have your brush out, it's going to be on your top bar here. It's like kind of towards the right middle. It just says smoothing, and there's a little slider that you can turn it on and off. I usually go around, I don't know, like 30-ish%. Sometimes a little more, like maybe like 50 or 60. And it will like intentionally slow down your brush, and it will take out all of your hand jitters in your brush. So when you're trying to get like really nice, like smooth curves, it can really help. I do that a lot when I'm drawing, like for instance, a mouse tail. When I'm trying to get like a nice little curved mouse tail, it will take your hand jitters out. It is very useful. It is my best friend. I use it a lot when I'm working on the iPad too.
I do have it on the iPad. It's fantastic for calligraphy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I've always struggled doing calligraphy in Photoshop. See, guys, learn something new every day.
There you go.
Thanks, Cody. Yeah, sometimes I end up just taking out like a calligraphy brush and doing it by hand, so that I don't have to deal with that. That makes sense. I don't like the lag though.
Yeah, that's why I usually keep it like, I try to kind of keep it lower, because if you put it on 100% or like on the higher end, it's gonna be pretty laggy. But yeah, like on the lower, like 20-ish, 30-ish%, it's not as laggy, but I usually only use it for specific purposes. Like I said, like for specific curves and stuff like that, but it's kind of hard to just like sketch with it on.
Yeah, I don't think I could sketch with it on.
Yeah.
Just for like final line work or something.
Yeah.
What a good tip. Years later.
That's how it always happens, right?
You get so ingrained in the thing that you do all day, every day. Like you become very adverse to learning new things. It's terrible.
Oh my goodness. For the longest time, I didn't even use keyboard shortcuts. And when I started streaming on Twitch, it took my viewers like years to convince me to start using keyboard shortcuts. Oh my God. And
I am addicted to those at least. Yeah. I was looking into getting if anyone knows what a Moonlander keyboard is, if you're a huge nerd.
No, I've never heard of that before. What is that?
Oh, you can set up layers online, layers to your keyboard. It's a split keyboard. We're trying to figure out carpal tunnel solutions. So you can set up like 48 different shortcuts for all of your keys, like multiple layers for all the different things that you do.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I might end up getting one for myself for Christmas, but then I have to teach myself how to use it before I can use it while I'm working. Otherwise my workflow is going to be like totally destroyed.
Yeah, for sure. That's the hard thing about like adding new things into your workflow is you have to relearn it. And in the meantime, your workflow is exponentially longer than it usually is.
Yeah, it's like, I'll wait until I'm less busy, and then it never happens, especially this year. This has been a wonderful year for me because finally, because of supply chain issues, I'm doing Christmas work at Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
It's never happened before. It's usually Christmas in July.
Yeah.
So I hope it's like this forever.
Yeah, does that ever feel weird to you doing Christmas artwork in like summer?
It's sad. It's very sad. You just want to do bright, happy things, and you're like drawing snow. You're not in the mood to look at those icons too.
Yeah.
Like the Santa icons. It's been a lot easier this year for me.
I think that's something that if you're not involved in the industry or know much about, production of products, it might not think about the idea that you have to create the artwork, 6 months in advance for them to create the product. I've heard some people say that before, like, oh wow, like that didn't even occur to me. I just assumed that artists did proper artwork in the proper seasons.
Oh gosh, I wish. That would be awesome. Sometimes Mother's Day for some reason, but that's the only one. No, that's why all of the Instagram challenges are such a pleasure because they're always so seasonal. So
Yeah.
you can really enjoy the fall colors and all the fall motifs and just be really happy. Like nothing brings me more joy.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. And my husband just said in chat, she still doesn't use keyboard shortcuts. Just yesterday, I had to force her to use Control D to deselect. Hey,
how dare you?
calling me out.
Come on. Come to the dark side, Cody. Use keyboard shortcuts. I feel like I only use the left side of my keyboard because that's where all my shortcuts are.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, I actually got RSI in my drawing hand, and I had to start using not necessarily just keyboard shortcuts, but I had to move all of my shortcuts to my express keys on my tablet. Because like it happened because my posture was so bad leaning over to my keyboard. So yeah, I do use the ones that are on my tablet the most.
That's totally fair. Yeah, I didn't have any problems with my wrist for the longest time. And then maybe 2 years ago, it was like an explosion.
Yeah.
And I have like a great chair. I have a great setup. I have a standing desk. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's just time. Oh my God. Look at your little guys. They're so cute. I can't handle it.
Guys. Yeah.
I knew you would make them cute.
Oh my gosh, your scene is coming together so good. It's so cute. Oh, I love it.
I might have to go to values. We knew this was gonna be a problem.
So that's interesting. So do you work in values before you do color a lot of the time?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna waste time today. This was something we were talking about before the stream. I'm used to having to go as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Because I'll touch so many projects during the day. So when I do challenge work, I usually set a half an hour timer in the morning because I'm working a few days in advance. So going this slow is killing me.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Hey, it's giving your wrist a little bit of a relaxation, meditation time.
Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys wouldn't believe it. Kathryn actually finishes her work typically in about an hour. This piece that she did for Draw This in Your Style, she said she finished it in an hour. 1 hour, a single hour, you guys. Man, I wish I was that fast.
I don't think I would be able to do daily challenges if I were any slower. Like I didn't realize when I started posting, and then people started DMing me and asking, and I didn't really know what to tell them. It was a little embarrassing. And I'll copy shapes too. Like copy a big shape that I did and redo the face to like save my hands.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Sometimes you only draw one good face. And that's it for the day.
You got those lucky lines on that one face and then you try it again and you're like, nope, gonna copy and paste. That's the great thing about Photoshop. Shauna says, I have tried daily challenges and I failed so hard every time. I don't draw fast enough for it.
Oh, Shauna.
Yeah, honestly, the one time last year that I did my first Inktober list, a lot of the time I sketched ahead of time. And then I finished them each day. But I definitely wouldn't have been able to do them each day. And I think a lot of artists do that, but they don't want to admit it.
But they what?
They don't want to admit it.
Oh, that they sketched before?
Yeah. They do a lot of the artwork for Inktober beforehand, and they don't necessarily do it every single day. I think
I
a lot
was
of artists
planning on doing that this year. I was like, I'm gonna get it all done in September. I'm just gonna roll through October, but no one posts their challenges in advance. So I didn't want to, I don't know, do the wrong thing. It doesn't take a long time, but it does take up a lot of creative energy.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So then if you move on to something else, I feel like it's a lot harder to problem solve and you end up being slower the rest of the day. So I will be thrilled when December is over. I think I'm only going to go until Christmas Eve this time.
What is your favorite animal character to draw? Like we were talking, like I draw a lot of bears. Like what's your favorite animal, like go-to animal that you like to draw?
I think bears right now.
Oh.
I know I draw an incredible amount of mice, which is not intentional.
Your mice are really adorable.
Oh, thank you. But lately I think bears have been my favorite. I did this one for Drawtober that was a bear putting honey in its mouth. And I'm like, oh, the shape of a bear's head is so satisfying to draw.
Yeah, I actually know which one you're talking about. I can pull it up.
I only want to draw bears.
This one. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Cute.
Yeah. Just the snout, drawing the snout is so satisfying.
If you guys haven't drawn a bear before, highly recommend.
Draw a bear, guys.
Yeah, do it.
Do that as your Friday activity this week.
Actually, draw a bear and Kathryn's Draw This in Your Style and you can participate.
Oh yeah. Yeah, come hang out with us. Are there any other animals that give you a lot of pleasure to draw, or?
I draw a lot of mice too. Bears and mice.
Classic woodland animals.
Yeah. I draw cats sometimes too. Honestly, I'm kind of drawing a blank on the animals that I draw a lot. I draw dogs sometimes too.
Dogs are my least favorite thing to draw.
Dogs are difficult. I draw them sometimes, but yeah, again, I kind of they're not one of my favorite to draw, because yeah, there's a lot to dogs. They got a lot going on, and their facial features and fur types and stuff like that.
I have a French bulldog, so everyone always asks me to draw French bulldogs, and it's my least favorite dog to draw.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, just little wiener dogs. Those are the best ones.
I actually have a wiener dog.
Do you really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Where are all the photos of your wiener dog, Codi? I demand wiener dog photos.
I know, I need to draw her more. Her name is Vienna, like Vienna sausage.
Oh,
she's
so
a short hair, black and tan.
I feel so cheated. I could have been getting so much wiener dog content this whole time.
Oh, I know. I need to post her to my story more often.
So what are you working on over there? Ooh, I can't really see what you're doing, but it looks like they have their pants pulled up all the way.
I have not drawn the pants, only the legs so far.
Only the legs.
Only the legs, no pants. Are you good at naming your layers, or do you not name your layers at all like me?
Trying to reveal all of my bad working habits.
Don't worry, none of your clients are watching.
Don't group my layers. No, so it depends on how complex the piece is. So when I'm doing puzzle work, absolutely 100%. I have to start from the first second that I'm working. But for these, no. There are no, I don't know if I can bring it. No, I can't bring it to the field. Nothing is named. Everything is a number. And it gets really tough when you get into like 100 layers. So then every layer is a mystery. Wow.
So you is that a typical number where you go up into 100 layers, or where do you usually hover?
I think so. I think 100 is very common. But yeah, when I'm doing client work and I know someone's going to see it, I'm really, really particular.
Yeah.
Every clipping mask is layered, every group is layered and named. Because you don't want to create problems for people.
No, of course. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. If you guys are working with a client and you typically don't label your layers, definitely organize your layers, put them into groups, organize those groups, and just make it as easy as you can on your client. But I'm the same way. Like if I know that a client is going to look at a Photoshop file, everything will be labeled and all pretty and perfect with a bow on top, you know. But when I'm doing my personal work, nothing is labeled.
It does take up a lot of time. But yeah. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, for Instagram stuff, usually I'll rework those pieces for licensing. So I'm trying to be better about keeping them clear.
Right. How did you start licensing? That's actually something that I've been interested in, and I've never understood like how to really get into it, and like the path that like maybe you went down to start getting your work licensed.
I'm mostly licensed these days through my agency.
Ah.
So I'll do really big groups of images. Like right now, we're obviously working on Christmas, and I'll upload a ton to our portal, and then they'll either email them out to clients or they'll come in looking for particular holidays. I do have a bunch of licensing clients on my own, but you can't talk to everyone. So it really helps to have someone else reaching out for you. I think you'd like it. You might have to work in a different color palette sometimes though.
Yes.
That would make you sad.
I kind of figured.
Is it ever a challenge to stay in the same palette or?
Actually, no. I actually prefer to stay
calming.
in the same palette. Yeah. I'll show you guys. This is I've shown this on stream before, but this is the palette that I work with for all of my work. It's kind of just a palette that I've developed. I really actually started developing this specific palette last year when I did my Drawtober list. But before that, I was kind of using much more vibrant, brighter colors. But personally, I just really like kind of like dark, rich earth tones. So that's the direction that I knew I wanted my artwork to go in. At least my personal work, of course. But yeah, so I actually do all of my work from that palette right there.
That's so smart.
Keeps the Instagram feed looking cohesive.
It does look very warm and autumnal all year round. I'm adding snow, and I said I wasn't going to.
For everyone in chat, have you ever personally had a white Christmas before, or have you never lived in a place that has snow?
No.
What about you, Kathryn?
I don't think so. I don't think we've ever had one. Like truly
really?
white Christmas. Yeah.
Wow. You live in a place that snows though, doesn't it though?
I feel like when I was little it was snowing a ton, and now as I've gotten older it doesn't really snow as much anymore. Except for one year when we got 48 inches. That was kind of a surprise.
Whoa.
I know. It was in one day. No one was expecting it. We're supposed to get like 5.
Sam in chat says, I've never been in falling snow growing up in SoCal. Sam, have you ever been to the mountains and stuff? Have you ever experienced snow? Like, I'm originally from SoCal as well, from Orange County. So for the longest time, I didn't experience snow, although I've also lived in like Georgia and Texas, where surprisingly they actually do get a lot of snow every year.
In Texas?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it snows every year there. You wouldn't think so, but it does.
Jeez. I would imagine that's very shocking for the residents of Texas. Okay, not
Yeah.
expected.
Yeah. Our pipes froze and everything. It's like it's
no.
like the infrastructure there, like they know that it snows every year, but it's not ready for it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think we feel that way too. Like, I live in New Jersey. It's always a surprise.
Bruce says New York sometimes doesn't fall on Christmas Day, but we've always been around snow. Love it. Christmas in New York is really beautiful. We were, my husband and I were living in New Jersey, northern New Jersey, a couple years ago during the crazy nor'easter storms, or a few years ago at this point. That was nuts. I moved from California to New Jersey, and that was what we experienced that year.
Oh,
It was like took us 2 hours to dig our car out of ice.
Yeah, I still need to buy a snow shovel. It hasn't happened yet.
How long have you lived in Jersey?
We only moved here in January.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we had to like buy a car. We still need a snow shovel, doing all the leaving New York things, acquire furniture, because we moved into our apartment and we had nothing. Our movers finished and like, oh, where's the other truck? And I was like, no, that's it. Thanks.
No, that's it. That's all.
Thanks for checking.
Tara says, no snow, lived in California all my life. Rin says, not in San Antonio, Cody, Dallas, we had more. Yeah, I lived in more of the Dallas, Fort Worth area. So I guess I was more northern Texas-ish. So I'm sure probably down by the Gulf, they don't get very much snow.
That's fair.
Hi, Jared. Welcome. Julie, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining, everyone.
Hi, guys.
Julie says, yes, I'm in Wisconsin, so we get a decent amount of snow. Oh, my goodness. Wisconsin gets a lot of snow, huh? Feet and feet
a very
of snow.
decent amount of snow.
Yeah.
Too much snow.
Yeah, being a California person, I don't know if I could deal with like super, super harsh winters like that. Oh my goodness, so much snow.
I don't like extremes, and I love seasons, so I can't imagine moving anywhere where the seasons are kind of muted.
Yeah. In SoCal, fall is when one single crunchy leaf falls on the ground. That is officially what fall looks like the entire year.
It's my nightmare. Like, you know, I'm addicted to fall. I don't think I could handle that. I'm keeping an eye on your rotating canvas up there.
Do you ever I haven't noticed, but do you ever rotate your canvas?
No.
That's so interesting. I always ask artists that because I think a lot of the time an artist won't rotate their canvas if they have a traditional background because they're like used to painting on a canvas. Do you have a traditional background?
I do have a traditional background. Yeah, you called it.
Yeah.
I would still be oil painting now if it wasn't so difficult to revise.
Oh, yes. Yeah, for client work. Yeah. It's just
digital
artwork is so much more forgiving.
Yeah. It's a lot faster too. You don't have to wait for anything to dry.
Okay. Also, you guys, just thought I'd throw this out there again, since we're a little over halfway done with the stream. If you guys would like to participate in our Draw This in Your Style challenge, feel free to do so. You can post it online with the hashtag Adobe Live DTIYS, or you can post it in the Photoshop Discord in the Draw This in Your Style channel. And later in the show, we will be probably in like 10 minutes or so. Wow. English. Okay, let's try that sentence again. We will be looking at entries, community entries, and showing off some amazing artists in our community that have turned in some entries so far. So here is my illustration that you can recreate, and here is Kathryn's that you can recreate. Also, we've had quite a few episodes prior to this one as well. If you go on my Instagram, you can see all of the different themes that we've had before, and feel free to pick any one of those. I will still, there's no like deadline or anything. I will still post it to my Instagram story. Yeah, we have quite a few entries from our last episode as well, which is really, really great. I think we got like 20 entries just from the last episode, which is really super cool. Yeah.
No, it's a very strange experience seeing people redraw something you've done.
Yeah, definitely. The first time I did it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing.
I love the way that you drew the tree, Codi.
Oh, thanks.
The shape is so pretty.
I've honestly always really struggled drawing trees, believe it or not. Even though I draw like a lot of woodland animals, you would think that after all this time I'd be able to draw a tree.
How is that possible? You live in the woods when you're drawing.
I know. It's, you know, the two things that I struggle drawing the most are trees and rocks. I don't know why. Like drawing like big...
explain the rock thing.
Like cliffs, like big like jagged rock cliffs. Like I can draw like little like, you know, like little pebbles or something. That's easy, but like
yeah, I was like big, in a rock.
Big boulders.
The way I draw rocks, just like a half circle. It's so lazy.
What's something you guys struggle the most with drawing in chat? And don't say hands, because that is the easy answer.
Hands, horses, feet. You don't want to hear about it. Tell us your other problems. Bicycles.
Horses, yeah. Horses are hard for everyone to draw.
God, I hate drawing bicycles. I don't like it at all. I want this to be even more Christmassy, so I'm adding festive lights.
Nice. Oh, I should have done that. I love adding little twinkle lights and stuff like that.
Gotta have the festive lights.
Yes. I saw on your Etsy that you do like custom house portraits too. I think that that's really cool. It's such a different style of work that I'm used to seeing from you on your Instagram.
I keep it separate. I don't work in my children's book style for commission work, which always makes people really mad.
It makes sense.
Yeah, like it's really nice when you're doing things like this every day to do something that's a little more straightforward.
Yeah.
It's like doing your paperwork. It's very calming, it's very relaxing. You don't have to, I don't know, it's just a different puzzle to solve.
Mm-hmm.
I like having as much variety as possible when I'm working. So I usually do those for like an hour or two in the morning and then switch over to book stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure that helps with burnout to just kind of give you a little bit of a break.
It does, exactly. If I only did this, I think I would burn out really fast.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's magic.
And you know, I have a tendency for burnout really quickly. Maybe I should try doing something like that too.
There's tons of stuff that people do. There's like coloring pages.
Yeah.
A bunch of my friends knit, which like, apologies to all the knitters out there. It is not my thing. I will drive you to the yarn festival, but I'm not gonna knit.
Oh, Tara in chat says water, trees, faces, cats, and dogs. Just about everything. Water is pretty difficult to draw sometimes. I feel like I feel like I've never really been able to kind of like nail down like a style of water that I want to stick with. I feel like I change it every time that I do it.
I don't like drawing waves.
Yeah.
Like a boat cutting through the water. And even hands, I definitely struggle.
That's why I just like draw mitten hands basically. I just like, you know, phase that out of my artwork. Phase fingers
like,
out.
Where's an empty spot? I feel like this is, oh no, it's white. I feel like all of my hands look like this. Just like, that's it. You only get 3 fingers.
Julian chat says I struggle drawing cars or any type of machine really. Yeah, cars is yeah, that's a good one. I definitely, my forte is definitely like more organic things rather than man-made things. Like I definitely struggle drawing building interiors and more kind of structured
I hate building
things.
interiors. I turn down projects that are only indoors.
Really?
All the time. Yeah, I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not drawing your busy town. God, people who love crowd scenes are so patient.
Oh my gosh, I know, right? I see some illustrations that have just like a million buildings and a million people. I'm like, wow, that's
their thing amazing. Too. Like the
yeah, no, exactly. They like specialize in that type of artwork. It's like where's Waldo type of like crazy amounts of detail.
You know, we need those people so that we can hang out in the woods while we're drawing.
Exactly. How did you like get into children's illustration? Like, did you always do that type of work, or did it kind of find you eventually?
When I was in college, I went to Rhode Island School of Design. I took a class on children's book illustration. I feel like my work was always very traditional and very realistic. It's just a lot more fun. Mm-hmm. And you end up doing a few projects where maybe you have to draw 80 of the same thing, like 88 apples. And when you're doing so many in a row and you have to do it really quickly because it's a weekly project, your natural style sort of comes out. Mm-hmm. And you discover very quickly maybe you really love color and cute things. So I kind of fell into it that way. We had a class where you write and do a dummy for a children's book, and that was how my first one got picked up. Yeah.
Very cool.
I don't write anymore because writing makes me sad, but I will draw.
Why does writing make you sad? Is it just difficult?
It just never ends. It never ends. I think like you work on a manuscript for 3 years. There's like an illustration. We worked on the manuscript for 3 years, then illustrating the book was in a month. I was like, okay, I think I'll just stick with the cute animals.
Yeah.
How about you? Would you ever write a book?
Well, my husband and I actually are kind of like on and off working on a series that we would like to try to pitch eventually at some point. But it's kind of one of those things. He's the writer, I'm the illustrator and creator. But writing is hard. It takes a long time.
It's really hard. Yeah.
But yeah, we're kind of slowly working on it, you know.
I would love to see that. That would be great. Is it in your styles now?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Well, actually, with that, it is about that time to check out community entries. Yeah, so let's head on back over to the Instagrams. And you can see the browser, correct, Kathryn?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to scroll down just a little bit here. So if you guys also want to check out the hashtag yourself, you can totally do so. Right now I have all of the entries in a folder, but if you just go to hashtag Adobe Live DTIYS, you can find all of the entries and just go to the recent tab, and they'll all be there. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with the first one that was turned in. This is so cute. Oh my gosh, I love
this one.
Yeah, the details on this one were so great. The snow looks really beautiful, and the atmosphere is really nice as well. Yeah,
I love
really
the blue in the back.
Yeah, the blue really pops, especially with the warm tones against the brown tree. The blue background really pops. It's nice. Thank you, Glyphosaurus, for turning that one in. It really made my day when I saw it yesterday. It was really nice.
It's very active.
Yeah.
You did a great job.
This one is super cute.
This is my favorite one.
Oh my gosh. The textures on this one are so beautiful.
You know, and the faces. Like so
squishy. They are super squishy. That's a great word to put to describe it as. Yeah, I love that. Brinny Bryn, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Again, yeah, if you guys want to check out these artists' work, you can see their screen name right up there on the top. This one is super cute as well. I love that they made the rabbit pink. Oh my gosh. Love it.
The rabbit was originally pink, so that was a good call.
Oh, that's so funny because there's so many other ones that didn't make it pink. I guess it didn't occur to me. That's funny. Oh yeah, here's another one. Oh,
it's so interesting how everyone chooses to draw the faces. They're so distinctly different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this artist has really distinct faces. Their eyes, they have so much emotion. I love how the rabbit is just looking back at the bear, and the bear just has that really loving face. It's really beautiful.
Well, all our bears have a loving face.
Yes.
So sweet. Super cute.
This one was really beautiful too.
I love this one.
Yeah, they chose clearly to do little human characters, and they also mentioned there isn't a zoom in, but if you look at this artwork closely, they chose to make the characters human, but they added the animal like essence, if you could say, to the characters. Where in this front character, they put little bunny faces on the jacket, and then the other character, they have like a little bear hoodie, a little bear cap, which is super cute. Really
I love that's just a total reinterpretation of it.
Yeah,
that's so good.
Oh, and there's a little bunny back here. I didn't even see that.
Oh, so festive, so cute.
And I really liked the textures on this one too. Very,
That sounds great.
very nice.
I feel like I'm going through the snow, just like whipping over my face.
Right? Yeah. Like I feel like this piece of artwork should just like smell like pine trees. There's something about this color palette that just like it definitely smells like pine trees.
I think it's like the evergreen, the dark green.
Yeah.
It's nice that they added that as a more prominent color.
Yeah. All right, well, we do have a few more entries, but it is about that time. We are going to say goodbye for today. We will be back tomorrow, same time, same place at 3 to 4 p.m. PT. And thank you, Kathryn, so much for joining us. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's so good to see you, Cody. Thanks for
hanging out.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Yeah. And if you guys would like to follow Kathryn on Instagram, feel free to do so as well. I'm sure Sam will post a link in the chat for Kathryn's Instagram, and you can check out her other works as well on her Etsy if you would like to commission her for anything. And yeah, again, we will be back tomorrow, and looking forward to seeing more entries of your guys' work. And we hope that you have a lovely evening. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging out.